Hey, Chris. I was just taking a look at the latest round of the hollow signs that we've kind of got jamming on that you turned in. So thank you for that. Just taking a look at my previous version. First and second ones to refine, not that I can spell, refine the details and shapes. So we'll take a look at that here in a sec. So the previous versions I had were needs a little placement, integration work to better fit the design. Yeah, so I think we still have some weird shapes. This is slightly better, but I think we still have, when I'm looking at this, the shapes aren't, there's something wrong in the space. I can't quite put my finger on it. But I think you kind of see it. Feels like maybe they're rotated a little too much in some case, or they're not fully integrated into like the geometry. It feels like the triangular parts are maybe too far in the back. But take a look at that. I think that will be quite useful. Also, in terms of geometry and shapes, I think we also still have, in the way that the sign is put together, we're showing a lot of this border here. And I feel like there's something wrong with where this alignment is for this outer piece versus the sort of, I mean, it's like slightly beveled and maybe flush over here. It doesn't quite fit. So we should take a look again at our geometry. Just again, I think it just needs some final adjustments. Take a look at it with Dimitri, if you would. Otherwise, in terms of the actual decaling and the signing itself, I like the hollow kind of sign material. I do like that we've got this kind of like the Metapal with the explosion from the brand. It's starting to kind of hit that a little bit more of that edgy, kind of saucy advertising. By the way, this by far makes me super stupid happy. So I like to just put a little butt sign up on top of that. It doesn't quite fit with the brand, but it will, because we're going to do the body og. So that was really cool for sort of like a saucy red light district. I am not quite sure with the sparkles. I don't know quite what it is. It might work when it's in motion. When it's static, I'm not quite sure. So I do like we have this idea of this kind of hollow projector thing. So I could let it roll until we go into animation, so it has kind of a flicker to it. But maybe just take a secondary look at that to make sure this is the design we want to lock in on. Additional signs. So here on this one and this one. So granted, it's the wrong perspective for me, but why don't we play with these hollow signs being in different positions for each of the signs. Keep this one here. I think we'll use that one there. And then let's move this one, maybe play around with it being on the right side. So just, it'll create a little bit more variety. Like the signage itself is so strong, but just a little bit to catch the eye and in slightly different ways. So in terms of hollow bits, we're getting a little too flat again with like these like yellow paint on decals. So I always want to make sure we're trying to lift those, like, you know, signs of the future. The paint isn't really on this stuff. It's more, you know, hollow projection. Overall, I think the colors and I think the dots look pretty good. I kind of have this big back plating on this back there. It's fine, I guess. In general, I like where we're at. I think that they do a good job pulling together the bits. I think that's mostly the main bits of feedback here. All right, I'll get this up for you, and I appreciate you. Thank you.